Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 251 of the Level Up program and day number 91 of the Brown Belt. We're going to continue on today with the blue collar craps way of playing craps. But hey, if you're new to the program here, this is all about my practicing of my dice shooting at the craps table and trying to perfect the craft of throwing the dice, as well as practicing a trend-based betting system. Again, like I said, we're going to continue on with the blue collar craps. And what that is we're trying to make an extra $100 a day in profit as we go through. And we started off with $1,500. Our first 2 days we actually made our $100 goal. Yesterday we made it on the first shooter. The first day we did it, we made it on the second shooter. We're going to do a little bit different strategy today, so make sure you guys follow along and I'll explain to you how I'm doing things as I get going. So we got 9 people watching on YouTube at the current moment. We got Coach Joe checking in. We got Dusted1 checking in. Make sure you say hi in the chat. And we got Badger Jim. And but hey guys, if you're playing along with Crapsee, the code is F5M8M5. Or you can just click that play button inside the Crapsee app, and I'll bring you right to here. We got the Fligo Horn checking in here, and we got Rick S checking in. Brian, by the way, I will probably be going up to Oneida probably Saturday, this coming Saturday coming up, which is the day before Christmas Eve. And it's probably going to be sometime around noon or 1 o'clock that I'll be going up there. So make sure, watch messages if you want to meet up. I will give you a message. Anyhow, we're going to go with the hardware set. We're shooting from stick left 1 today. And we're going to start off with a $10 pass line bet. And we're going to call that all bets set. Again, we're starting at 1701 today. I'm sorry, 1702 on Crapsee. So we're going to try to get up to $1,800 or more today. So we'll see how it goes. And we'll go dice out. Again, shooting stick left 1 today. The last 2 days we went from stick right 1. And we got a 3-2-5. That's a justice 5, so our first point will be 5. And I'm getting a little bit of high energy in that dice. I did a couple practice rolls, so we're going to try to tone it down a little bit. That one was not the worst, but a little bit more than what I was hoping for. Good morning, Frida. So we're going to go with the 132 split the sisters strategy right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up those inside numbers. We're going to go with $30 on the 5 and 9. And remember, our 5 is our points. So I'm going to put those in pass on odds. But we're going to go $30 on the 9. And we're going to go $36 on the 6 and 8. So let me get those on there right now. And then I will go through the pass line odds in just 1 second here. And we're going to go with $20 in pass line odds. So we have $132 out on the table at the current moment. Again, we're sticking with that hardware set again, and we'll see how that treats us this morning. Yesterday, if you guys are watching, we had 6 shooters, and we had a good first shooter, and then our last 2 shooters were not too bad. But then we had a bunch of terrible rolls in the center of that. The three of them in a row. We had a, what did Jen call it yesterday? It was not a .70, it was I forget what she called it. But anyhow, we'll go all bets set here, and face out. And we had a 628. That is the Duracell 8. Go on support free live craps. And we were pounding the 8s the last couple days. So that is a consistent number again. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick up that 4 and 10 for $10 a piece. Actually, no, we're going to pick up the 4 and 10 for $15 a piece. Pardon me. And then we're going to bring that 9 down to $15, and we are going to put the pass line odds at $10. So now I've got 137 on the table. We brought 42 back to the rack. And this is a form of a regression strategy. It's called Split the Sisters. And this is a version of Split the Sisters that was made popular by Hawaii crap shooters. So let's go all bets set here and dice out. And we got a 5-6 mid-bow yo. That is Chiro coming to us from above. And remember the strategies that we're using now, we're trying to get out of the shooter within the first 2 to 4 rolls after the point is established. So that was roll number 2. This will be roll number 3 coming up after the point is established, so 4 overall. We're going to keep our bets the same. That was no help for us. So we will go all bets set here. And thanks for pressing that I am ready button, everyone. That is very much appreciated. And dice out. Oh, the dice crossed on me. We got lucky. We got a 2, 3, 5. That is the Justice 5. So we hit that point. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring our pass line, keep it at $10. But when we get a point established, we're going to bring everything down to the 64 cross bet level. So we currently have $67 brought back to the rack, so we should be in a profit for this shooter going forward. And then from there, we'll just start trend betting, and I'll explain the trend betting as we go. Again, our goal is to get to $100 profit today. We have 6 people playing on Crapsee. We have 12 people watching on YouTube. And Dusted One is up $128 with that frontline winner. So point made, and we're looking for a new point here. We'll go all bets set. And dice out. Dice crossed again right at the end. We got a 4, 6, 10. That is Waylon's best friend weighing it in. Daddy Joe. So 10 is our point. We're going to take all of our bets down. We're going to go to the 64 across bet level. And that would be exactly 64 across because the 10 is the point. So we have $67 brought back, 64 on the table, so we're in a profit of $3 so far with this shooter. Again, our goal is to get up to $1,800. If I was to take everything off the table at the current moment, we would be at $1769. So we are $31 away from making goal already. So, and that's pretty nice. We're $31 away from making goal. We're only 5 rolls into the shooter. So we're going to call that all bets set here and dice out. And we have a 6, 1, 7. And that is an out. So that is a 7 out. So we lost most of that profit. We still made a profit off of that shooter, but we lost most of our gains. So we're $3 to the good on that shooter. So again, better than being the opposite. That 6-1 is an implosion and an explosion of the dice. So one imploded, one exploded. Good morning, Kevin CRC. He is in the house as well. So we're going to go again, $10 pass line bet. And we're going to once again try that 132 split the sisters strategy. And every couple of days, I'm going to try to do a different strategy. And all of the strategies that I'm doing, again, remember, are reduction strategies. So we try to get all the shooter within 2 to 4 rows after our point is established. And then we do a trend betting type system. So we'll go all bets set here, dice out. Dice cross right at the end. We have a 5-5, hard 10, the Old Bay Bushel. And I have not seen Craig around the craps circles for quite a while now, for a few weeks. So he must be either A, busy, or B, moving on to a different hobby, if you will. I know that he did his weight loss challenge, and I know he was doing really well with that. But again, we're going to go with that 132 inside. So that's going to be $36 on that 6 and 8. Whoops, did that wrong. So $36 on that 6 and 8, and it's going to be $30 on the 5 and 9. We are not going to do any pass line odds now, since the 10 is the point. Again, 5-4-5-4 is the hardware set we're using. And Dustin one hit his one go of $200, so he's to the cage already. So that is the smart thing to do, guys. Make your profit, get off the table, cash those chips in, and walk out of the casino, or take a break and do another session later on in the day. So that is the smart thing to do, and that's what we are trying to do, and that's what the blue collar craps is all about. Small profit goals, get the money, get the profit, and then get off the table. Dice out. And we have a 314. That's the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So 314 does not help us yet. We need an inside hit here before we can go on that 4. So that is no help at the current moment. Again, 5-4-5-4 hard resets. And we will go all bets set. You are most welcome, Dusty One. Dice out. Again, that dice cross right at the end there, but we have the 4-5 hard 9 Big Mac. Again, I announced the left die. They're backwards on your camera right now, but I announced the left die first, the right die second. So that is our first hit. We're going to bring the 5 and 9 down to $15. We'll pick up the 4 for $15. Oops. I am not working well on Crapsee here today as far as my fingers working. So $15 on that 5 and 9. We'll go $15 on that 4. We'll put $10 in pass line odds out there. $42 brought back to the rack. We have $137 on the table. Again, hardware set is the 5-4-5-4 that we're using. Good morning, Waylon. Waylon was on a Crooked River Craps show just prior to me going live here. So I made a comment to Waylon about being awake, because yesterday he said he had just woken up. He says, yep, he says he's drinking a cup of coffee already. So good morning to everyone. Dice out. Dice crossed again at the end. We have Magic Aces, 1-1-2. So if you're playing the ATS, we got one of the bookends out of the way. Getting the hard shit done. So Dustin was off to the next casino. He could be back. And that next casino he's probably talking about is Brian from Hawaii Crap Shooters, who's going live as we speak right now. So I appreciate everybody that does stick with me here. Again, 5-4-5-4 is the hardware set we're using, the dice set. And we're going to go all bets set here. And dice out. Damn it. We got a 167. So that is the second 167 that we got today. So there's the implosion, explosion. Again, the energy level, I think, on the dice is a little bit high right now. If you watch that last roll, if you go back and rewatch it, they bounced pretty high up on the back wall. So that's not really good for what I'm looking for. So that was definitely a loss. We got to dig out a little bit here today. This is the first time that we've actually had to dig out so far since we've started this blue collar crap strategy. So we're going to change strategies around a little bit here. We're going to go with a 160 Dallas drawdown. So I will go through that and explain to you how that works in just a second here. Again, we're going to try one more shooter with the hardware set, and if that does not pay off well for us, we will probably switch over to that 3V dice set. So we had a 6 and a 5, so we had 2 average rolls so far. Nothing really super nice, but better than what we were doing yesterday for a little bit there. Anyhow, all bets set here, and we'll go dice out. And we have OMC craps, all the dots and all the spots, midnight. So that is a pass line loser on the come out. So we're down another $10 there. We're going to go back up $10 on that. And only because I'm the shooter is the only reason I'm putting that pass line up there. If I'm not shooting the dice, I am not going to be putting a pass line out there. Although you do need to be aware that some casinos require you to have a pass line if you're the next shooter. So the person in front of you is shooting. In order to shoot, if you want to shoot, you need a pass line out on yourself as well as at the same time that the other shooter is throwing the dice. So something to keep in mind. My local casino does not require that. Only when you're shooting the dice you have to have a line bet out there. And let's go all bets set here. Make sure that you press that I am ready button when you are going, when you're ready. And we got dice out. Ooh, that was a little bit long on that landing zone, but we're back on that 10. So we have the 5-5 hard 10, Old Bay Bushel again. So that I needed to adjust my landing zone so I come back a little bit further off that wall. So the 160 Dallas drawdown is going to be 160 across for Jen, if she's listening. So that's going to be 25 on the 4, 5, and 9, $30 on the 6 and 8. We're going to put $15 in pass line odds out there. Good morning, Marble Fork. And again, 5454. And let's call that all bets set. So we're going to try to get one box hit here, and then we're going to go down to 128 across. Dice out. And again, we're getting a little bit wild on that energy level, but we have a 145 horse and buggy. So that'll be hit number 1. So that's going to be a collection of $35 there. And then we're going to go to 128 across. So that's going to be 4 units on all of the bets. So let's bring our bets down. We'll go 4 units, 4 $5 units. And that's going to be $20 on that 5 and 9. And I'm sorry, 4, 5, and 9. And that's going to be $28. No, that's wrong. Hey, it's $24 on the 6 and 8. There you go. That's much better. And we're going to go $10 pass line odds. So we have $128 on a table. Now we're going to go again for one more box hit. And once we get that box set, we're going to bring everything down. We'll just go with $18 on the 6 or 8. So this is going to be a little bit of a recovery type strategy. So 5 for 5 4. Good morning, Jen. So I would not abandon my blue collar guy for Island Paradise. I appreciate the support, Jen. That is awesome. Island Paradise is obviously Brian from Hawaii Craft Shooter that she's mentioning. So that's out. Ooh, that left die stuck, guys. It did not roll like it was supposed to. 3, 4, 7 out. So we got stung again. So we got a little bit of digging to do, a little bit of digging out to do. Last 2 days, we actually got out of our shooter in profit really fast. Today, not so much. We got stung 3 times in a row. The first shooter we actually got out of, and we're in profit, but the shooter number 2 and shooter number 3, not so much. So we're going to switch over to that 3V dice set, 3, 2, 3, 6, and see if we can get a little bit more length to the rolls here. Again, we're going to try the 160 Dallas drawdown. We'll go $10 on our pass line bet here. And press that I am ready button when you are ready. So the 7s are showing up a little bit here today. Thinking is more fun anyhow, Jen goes, so that's funny. So all bets set. Days out. There we go. We got the double D-Gen. That is a 3-3 hard 6. So 6 will be our point. Again, we're going to go with the 160 across bet level here. And that will be $25 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10. $30 on the 8. We'll pick up $20 on pass line odds. So we have exactly $160 out on the table. And then our first hit will go down to 128 across, and after that second hit, we'll go down to $18 either on the 6 or 8. So we'll collect some, and we'll hopefully work on getting some money back to the rack and start trend betting upwards a little bit. So, and oops, we're going back to 3, 2, 3, 6. I set the hard way set. What am I thinking? So 3, 2, 3, 6. That's out. And we got a 4, 2, 6. So we shot at that point. For those of you who are new, buckshot means we set the point, we hit the point right back on the next roll. So that is perfect. So that is a nice little payout there. We've got $34 brought back to the rack. And we're going to stick with that $10 pass line bet. Once we get our point established, we're going to go to 128 across. Good morning, Red Eye. This is play money, it is, but I treat everything, guys, as if I'm really going to the casino. You know, I unless I'm playing on somebody else's table, like Alfredo, I tend to go gangbusters a little bit. But when I'm doing my own shooting, my own betting at the table here in the Craftsmaster Journey studio, I treat everything as if I was actually at the casino and actually making the real bets. Again, like Ed says, practice like you play, play like you practice. And dice out. Dice both veered off to the left a little bit. That means my hand was to the right when I released them. But we have the 3-3 hard 6, double D-Gen again. So that is a repeat number. We threw the same exact combination just a few rolls ago. And that is our third 6 in a row. What does that mean, guys? 6, 6, 6. So we're going to bring our bets down. We're going to go 128 across. That's going to be $20 on a 4, 5, 9, and 10. 24 on the 8. We'll go $15 in pass line odds. I don't like buck shots either, Jen, but they are what they are, I guess. And the reason I like buck shots is because right now I have pass line odds, but I normally don't put odds on my pass line when I do have a pass line bet. So, but this strategy here calls for odds, so that way we got lucky here. And dice out. A little bit long on the landing zone here. We have a 3, 4, 7. So that is a 7. Ouch. Damn it. Again, that was a landing zone issue there. I am just getting slightly close to that back wall. So 6, 5, 4, and 4 are our rolls today. We really need to work on the length here. Stick with the hard way set. I'm going to not do a pass line or don't pass line bet. This time we'll pretend that somebody else is shooting the dice. We're going to go back to our 128 wedge that we were using the other day. So we will hopefully get a little bit different betting strategy going here. So all bets set, and we're going to go dice out. That landing zone is a little bit better. And we have a 4, 6, 10. That's Waylon's best friend Wayne. And this time it's Big Ben showing up. So we have 10 as our point. Again, we're going to go 128 across. We're doing the 128 wedge this time. And that's going to be 4 units on the numbers. So that's going to be $20 on a 4, 5, and 9. And 10, and we have $24 on the 6 and 8. So it's $128 on the table. Our first hit, we're going to bring that 4 and 10 down to $10 each. The second hit, we'll bring that 5 and 9 down to $10 each. And then the third hit, we're going to bring everything down. We'll go back up only in the 5 and 9. So I will explain it as we do it. And we got all bets set. Dice out. We got OMC craps, all the dots and all the spots, midnight. So I like that landing zone that time a little bit better, and they both dribbled right into the back wall. The right one just barely touched, the left one just barely almost got to the back wall. So if you're on a cruise ship, they'll say shooter, no roll. But if you're at my casino, they'll say, hey, that's totally fine what I just saw. So it is what it is. So that was no help for my bets. And today we got both of the bookends so far today. So we got one Magic Aces, we got one Midnight. That's 2 midnights actually for today. And all bets set. Dice cross right at the end. And 2, 5, 7. Ouch. Just cannot get a rhythm going here, guys and gals. So that I apologize to you for. And we're going to go, we're down quite a bit for the day. We're going to go betting wise, at least one more shooter and see how we go. We're going to switch over to the all 7 set, 6, 5, 1, 2. Yesterday that helped us come back at the end a little bit. Again, we are not going to do a pass line or a don't pass line bet. So we will call that all bets set here. Face out. 6, 5, 1, 2, all sevens. And we have a come out 7, 5, 2, which is a pass line winner on natural. And I forget who it is that tells me whenever I switch to this set, they said throw them high, so that way we can mix them up a little bit. So what I might do is I might throw them a little bit high and a little bit long. So I've been following some dice coach advice. One count, I can't read it because of that darn heart that's showing up off one roll after a horn. Okay. So Jen, I'm assuming that you actually went through his seminar. So one count and turn off for one roll after a horn. Okay. I assume that you went through the seminar. I believe you won a seminar during the Craps for the Cure event. So hopefully that went well for you. Thanks out. And we got a 2, 4, 6, the 2x4. So 6 will be our point. And what is his reasoning for turning off for one roll after a horn? That I am curious to see. Kevin goes, breathe, distance to back wall. If you're asking how far away I am from the back wall, I'm about 9 feet away from the back wall. 9 feet, just a little bit over that. So 6, 2, 5, 1, 2. Yep, I know that she'd gotten that. Again, we're going to go 128 across bat level. 20 on a 4, 5, 9, and 10, 24, and that's 6 and 8. And we will call that all bets set because the shooter clearly didn't try to hit a horn, so his mechanics are off. Okay, so that is the reasoning why. Okay, that makes sense. Stays out. And we got a 3, 5, 8. That would be the Great 8. Leon from Great Craps. So we're going to bring that 4 and 10 down to $10 here. We'll leave the rest of the bets as they are. So those are place bets now. Remember, most casinos, if it is $20 or more on the 4 or 10, that's usually a buy bet. Anything less than that is a place bet. Difference is buy bets, you have a VIG charge and they pay twice of what is out there. And if it's a place bet, it pays out $9 for every $5 that's on the number. So we got 7 people in Craps here, 11 people still watching on YouTube. We have 11 likes. I appreciate that support, guys. Thanks all. All 7, 6, 5, 1, 2. 6, 1, 7. Ouch. Where do we go from here? Oh my God. So 6, 1, 7 on that. That was a primary hit. So we've gotten double pitches, we've gotten primaries. We're all over this board here. We have 6 shooters in. We've been ranging between 3 to 6 shots for the shooter today. We're going to go back to that 3-2-3-6. And we're going to work on focus on our mechanics here. We're down $500 on our bankroll today, so we're at $1,204. So we still have quite a bit of bankroll left, so I'm not worried about that. We're going to stick with the 128 across bet level, our wedge. I call it the 128 wedge. Once we get a point established, we'll go back with a $10 pass line bet. And we're going to call that all bet set. Okay, let's work on mechanics. Make sure the grip is good. Make sure our positioning on a table is good. The dice are square. Find your landing zone. And roll the dice in. We have the 2-2 hard 4, the Ian double deuce. So 4 will be our point. And we're going to do some rhythm rolling here. We'll start back over though for this roll because it has a pair on the top at the 3-2-3-6. We're going to go with the 128 across bet level. And we're going to go with $10 in pass line odds. So we have got $20 in a 5, 9 and 10, 24 and a 6 and 8, $10 pass line odds with a $10 pass line bet. $128 on the table. And all bets set. And we got a 3-2-5 Justice 5. So if I slow it down, that felt a little bit better. I didn't mind the landing zone. They kind of bounce off the back wall a little bit hard. But these are all the things that we really need to be looking at to make the adjustments at the table when you really need to do the adjustments. So we're going to roll this dice back towards us. Put a 3 on the inside, we'll go 2 on the inside. Cross 6s are on the top now. So we have a 6-3, 6-2 dice set. We're going to take the $10, or the 10 down to $10. We're going to take the $10 pass line odds off. And we'll call that all bets set here. Dice out. They split apart a little bit in the front, so we're going to regrip them. There we go. Oh, did it again. And that's the one thing that I've noticed that I was doing last week that I was having problems with was those dice splitting apart. And we got a 4-5-9. That would be the hard 9 Big Mac. So what am I doing differently here is I'm slowing it down, concentrating on the mechanics again. We're going to bring that 5 and 9 down to $10 now. And normally what I would do is I would bring everything down and just go to $15 on that 5 and 9. But we're going to go for, and I'm probably going to end up regretting this, but we're going to go for one more hit and then we'll bring everything down to the 5 and 9. So we had a 4-5. We're going to roll that towards us. We'll go 5 on the inside. We'll go 4 on the inside. Cross 6s on the top. Again, this time it's going to be a 6-4, 6-5 dice set. All bet set. Eight, the Duracell 8. Again, go out, support free live craps. And guys, I'm putting myself out on the line every single day, good and bad. So make sure that if you enjoy this content, give me that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, every little bit of help is appreciated. So we are going to bring our bets down now. And we're just going to pick up, let's go 44 inside here. So that way we have $44 brought back to the rack. We have 54 on our table. And we're just going to start trend betting up from here and see how it goes. So roll those dice back towards us. We have a 2 on the inside. We have a 6 on the inside. That gives us a 3V dice set again. We're back on that 3-2-3-6. And all bets set. And Kevin say protect the bankroll. And hopefully we will recover this bankroll here. Dice out. A little bit long on that landing zone again, but we have a 415 horse and buggy. Those dice hit down, hit the wall immediately, came off. They did not roll far from the wall, but that left eye did bounce out a little bit. So 415, the horse and buggy. So that is hit number 1 here. Let's do this one. So let's go to $15 on that 5 and 9. So that would be our first press here. We're going to take those dice, roll them back towards us. We have a 4 on the inside, a 1 on the inside. Gives us 2V in the bottom. We have a 5, 4, 5, 1 dice set. And let's go all bets set here. Dice out. And we have a 6 to 8 again at Duracell 8. 8 is starting to trend. So now we've got, we're going to go up 1 more unit on the 6 and 8. So we have those both at $18. So we're at the 66 inside bet level now. And this is the level that you want to be at so you can really start taking off with the bets. So our next hit, we're going to probably pick up the 10 for $10, and then we'll bring the rest of it back to the rack. So roll this dice towards us. We have a 6 on the inside. We have a 2 on the inside here. 3V in the bottom. We have the 4, 6, 4, 2 dice set. All bet set. And 5, 2, 7 out. So at least we got out of the shooter here. We got 7 rolls in. So we made a profit on this one. This is the biggest profit that we actually made today so far. We made a profit of $36 on that one. We made a profit off our first shooter. All the rest of them are losers today. And guys, this is going to happen. This is where you have a stop loss going at. We're going to go again, though, with our last shooter, win or lose here. And if it is a loss, then we'll have to do some digging out tomorrow. But again, $10 pass line bets, and we're going to go with that 128 wedge again. So all bets set, looking for a point. Last shooter for the day. Nice. 5-5 heart 10, Old Bay Bushel. Again, I like the way the dice went down there. They rolled into the back wall, and they both landed very close to the back wall. So I like the way that looked. That right one did take off a little bit, but not too bad. So 5-5 heart 10. We're going to go 128 across bet level again. $20 on the 4, 5, 9. 24 on the 6 and 8. $10 in pass line odds. Good morning, Biff. Again, 3, 2, 3, 6. We'll start off with here. And dice out. $314. That is the Big Joe from Crapsmaster Journey. So 314. That'll be our first hit here. And again, we're going to bring that 4 down to $10. So we'll take the pass line odds off. That's $39 brought back to rack. We have 108 on the table yet. Bring those dice, roll them back towards us. We have a 3 on the inside, 2 on the inside. Cross 6s on the top. So we have a 6-3, 6-2 dice set. And all bets set. That left die stuck to the table. We got lucky. We have a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer. So that is going to be hit number 2 for the shooter. And looking at the rolls, we have 36 rolls in. We have 5 5s, 5 6s, and 4 8s, 5 10s. So we're hitting primarily inside numbers. So let's bring that 5 and 9 down to $10. Those dice will roll them back towards us. We have a 5 on the inside, a 1 on the inside, gives us 3V in the top. We have a 3 5 3 1 dice set. $67 brought back to rack, 88 on the table, and all bets set. Peace out. 415 KitchenAid, I'm sorry, horse and buggy again. So that is the 3rd hit on this shooter. And we're going to bring all of our bets down now. We have got $88 brought back to the rack. I'm sorry, $81 back to the rack. So let's go all down and let's go 64 cross bet level. So we are in the profit here again on this shooter by $17, I believe. Take the dice, roll back towards us. We have a 1 on the inside. We have a 4 on the inside. Gives us 2V in the bottom. 5 4 5 1. So Dustin made it back. Hit his $200 at Palisades Casino. I'm Brian from HCS. And all bets set here. Well, you didn't miss much there, Dustin one. We had a couple very short rolls in a row. That's out. $639, that would be the center field 9. That's the first time we've thrown that today. So that is going to allow us to pick up the 5 and 9 for $15 each. So we're going to add 1 unit to it. And that was a 6-3. So we are going to roll those dice back towards us. 3 on the inside, 6 on the inside. 2V in the top. 2, 6, 2, 3 is the dice set. And all bets set. Jonas for 2, 3, 8, 9, 11, and 12. Two, 3, 5, Justice 5. Perfect. So that is going to bring back $21. We're going to make the 5 look like a quarter. I need to name my casino. Well, I'll put that in the chat, guys. What do you think the name of the casino should be? The Level Up, CMJ Level Up. Or Level Down, depending on the day. So we got a 2 on the inside here. We got a 3 on the inside. Cross 6s on the bottom. 1, 2, 1, 3 is the dice set. That's awesome. I know Waylon's been working hard on his stack toss. Biff says that he was able to use it the other day and he had some success. I've heard a few people that have had successes with that. All bet set. There's 5, 3, 8. The Great 8. Leon from Great Craps. So that is going to allow us to go, I believe, let me get in Crapsee so I can see where I'm at. Go to $18 and at 6 and 8. Kevin's called it Joe's warm beer, cold dice. Today it might be that way, but I feel a turnaround here. We're going to turn this around. We're going to have a super long roll here. We're going to get all the money back that we lost today off on this roll here. No doubts whatsoever in the world. So 5 on the inside. We got a 3 on the inside. Gives us cross 6s on the top. 3, 5. I'm sorry, 6, 5, 6, 3 dice set. Level Up Casino. He likes it. There we go. So we got all bets set here. 130 brought back to the rack. 96 on the table. Ooh, terrible landing zone, guys. We got lucky. We have a 3-3 hard 6 double digit. So we shot that a little bit too long, a little bit too close to that back wall. Remember, I used to shoot it up that close, but last week or so I've been trying to pull that back away from that wall a little bit. So that's going to allow us to go to $30 on the 6. So I'm getting to the position now where I really need to think about pulling some of that money off the table. If I was to pull everything off, I'd be at $13.91, which means I'm down $311 for the day. And that's actually a good thing because we were down close to $600 there for a little bit. So we've come back quite a distance here. Push the button, Kevin says, thank you. Biff says, warm beer, lousy weather. Actually, it's been really, it's in Packer country. It's actually been really good here lately. Today was actually at 30 degrees outside, and it was a warm 30, if that's even possible. But we got all bets set here. Days out. 3236. Six, 2, 8. Duracell 8. So that 8 hit now. So we're going to make that 8 look like 30. It'd be nice to hit another 6, 8, or 5 here. So Dustin One goes, I was going to suggest to Catch a Killer Casino, but too close to home. You know what? Actually, that Making of a Murderer is what I would imagine you're referring to, which is on Netflix. And that Making of a Murderer actually happened a mile and a half from my birth home. So where my mom lived and where I grew up, it was actually a mile and a half down the road. And in fact, I actually went to school with the brother of the one that was accused of doing the murder. So a little bit of a Joe facts behind the scenes, a little bit there. Warm 30 must be when it's freezing but sunny. And no wind, Bam. And no wind. So what was our last one? We had a 6-2. So let's go back to the 6-2. Roll this dice towards us. We got a 6 on the inside, 2 on the inside, 3V in the bottom, 4, 6, 4, 2 is the dice set. So all bets set. Dice out. So all the scenes in The Making of a Murderer actually were very familiar with me. Old hunting grounds, actually. Dice out. Oh, terrible throw, guys. They stuck, but we got a 5-6 mid-mo yo, so we got lucky. And then when they were going through the Manitowoc Courthouse on that show, that's actually only 2 miles from where I live right now. So I live in the town of Manitowoc. And the courthouse is only about 2 miles away from my house. So we do not have snow here, Dustin. We got snow on Halloween, actually. We had about 4 inches of snow on Halloween, but we've not had any snow since then. I actually had a dusting of it the other day, but nothing to amount to anything. So we got a 5 on the inside, 6 on the inside. So it's 3V on the bottom, 4, 5, 4, 6 is the dice set. That last row was no help for us. And let's go, all bets set here. Everybody press that button if you're still playing along. We still have 5 people playing along, and only 2 people pressed their button. So let's go, all bets set here. Dice out. Someone was hunting, he says. Ooh, the dice did exactly what Waylon says. He changed his throw to prevent. They went down, they hit the back wall, and they kissed. And that left one flew right off, guys. 2, 5, 7, ouch. So we're going to call it at that, guys. We did take a loss today, but we did come back quite a bit as well. We're at 1292 for finishing the day off, so we're down $510. So $510. So we have a little bit of digging out to do tomorrow. Let's go through our statistics here. For the day, we had 8 shooters. We finished off with a good roll. We had 3 shooters that we actually made a profit off of. All the rest of them were losers as far as me. I couldn't get out of the roll fast enough. After the horn, says Jen. It was after the horn. You are correct, and that's a coach. Dice coach was accurate there. But anyhow, we have a 5.5 SOR today, measly 5.5. That is a 4.9 SOR. 1 come out 7. And box numbers, inside numbers, 4s and 10s are all about expected. Come out 7s are low. Horns, fields are low. Hardways are high today because we kept on hitting that double degen, and we're definitely on a dark side play. Our strong numbers today were the 5 and 10, and that was it. Other than that 1 in the middle giving us that big finger. Statistics for the brown belt through the end of yesterday. 3,304 throws thrown. We have an SOR of a 9.64, SRR of 7.03. So that SRR we need to get back up a little bit again, because that is getting dangerously low, below that 8 that I really, really want. Thanks, John, for the compliment there. Arnold for the win again, says Waylon. Make sure you check out his strategy. He has a couple videos out on Arnold. But hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Make sure you jump over to Casino Gaming TV for the daily paycheck. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a safe and prosperous day.